No, are you serious? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly happened? uh, what did you do? Get a ticket? Something about the car? Yeah, I was gonna say that at first, but then I was like, yeah, that's. Or you're like, nah. Because of his baby mama. Yeah, that's crazy. Been ignoring him for a few days. Yikes. Aye, aye, aye. So you gonna having all the fun you having while. It was like I've been calling you. Dang, what do you say? What happened to the other part of my deck? That's weird. I guess. I'm so weak. I'm gonna have to feel so more secure when I'm leaving. I can't. But that's true. Like you end up went to jail. All kind of stuff is happening. You know, it's factual. Never know. Unpredictable. Oh my gosh, Ashley! No, not you laughed. Oh man, you didn't. You told you didn't mean to. Those be the worst. Sorry, but that be the worst laugh. I did that plenty of times where somebody might say something stupid or triple Ray words, and it's like it just comes. It just naturally comes out. But I mean no harm or offense. I laugh at myself if I did. That's the same thing. So that's why you need to stop playing. I'm so weak. It be like that. That's some crazy unexpected information. No, who was that one pun? It's this dad was doing his son Drew Hill punishment. He made him step to the left, jump real high, step to the right, jump even higher. He had to do that for like the longest. I'm like the punishment they come up with these days. But I don't know why that made me think of that though. Mm-mm-mm. He was just getting on the right track, getting his money together. Now this. Said I ain't staying down. Yeah, I definitely. If you're not my husband for a long time and you're a good husband and you're faithful to me and all that, I'm not holding you down. That's the only way that I'll hold down for some time. And you've been doing right by me consistently and stuff like that. Otherwise, if you're just like a boyfriend, you're just like a dating, you're just like a crush, or you ain't really been treating me the best, or whatever, that type of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not holding nothing down. uh, unless it's that other case I was talking about. Then I hold you down because I know you did right by me and you held me down and you. But otherwise, no, I never did it. I'm not gonna start to do it. I don't even like those. I don't like jailbirds. I don't try to attract them. Nothing like that. Not you got 1 minute left. No, seriously. Jail mess. I'm so weak. He probably in that cell crying. Oh, okay, Alexis, you're fine. What was what he said? Wasn't on good terms when you went in either. See. Shout out to the people in the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, see, went on the right page or nothing. That's how I feel. That one time, it was a different situation though. They weren't going to jail with something else. Um, you know, and I'm like, we weren't on good terms, so. Matter of fact, I think he wanted like some type of favor. I'm like, we weren't on good terms. Ain't gonna use me for convenience. Pop in my life whenever you want, and then be like, hey, can you think somebody could can give me a jump for my car, or hey this, or hey, I ain't talked to you in 5 years, 5 months, this that. What do you mean? I don't know if it's romantic or not. I'm not just convenient. I had this so-called friend do that. Like, she was definitely a leech, and I found out sooner than later. Even we used to work the same job, and when I left, she was still trying to like ask for money and do different stuff. And I'm like, no, because the way I got fired from the job, you could have helped me, and you didn't. So why in the hell, excuse my language, would I? You know what I mean? I'm like, no, ask. This other girl who she was kissing ass. I'm like, ask her, and the girl was stealing her money. So I'm like, ask her. She's stealing your money, which she owe you, so technically she'll be paying you back, and then you're up her ass. So keep kissing it. You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Alexis. I'll let you guys so listen. You can post your questions whenever you're ready. I still don't remember that, and I haven't even went back to any past lives to see what the heck I was talking about. So I honestly still don't recall or remember that. But hey, so I can't really speak too much more on it because I don't like remember it. If that makes sense. Yeah, I gotta do another edit this video for my other channel. I got Ashley for yes or no and Alexis for full. Okay, got it. Wait, what's the question? Are you saying did he take the conversation seriously, or are you saying right? Okay, I assumed that because I didn't see the serious part. I'm like, that must cut out. Good record here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Good record here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Thank you. Good record here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Thank you. Did Josh take the conversation with Ashley serious that they had on the phone today while he was at jail, or while he was in jail? Excuse me. Dang, he came out fast. I feel like no, but I feel like maybe eventually. I don't know when that they will, but I feel like they could be like a little like frustrated and like upset here. So that could be like the reason why it's like not really taking it serious, because it could be like, too frustrated. But it's like when he really gets the time to think, he might take things more like think about things and take things more seriously. Right now, he could just be like blaming everything or everyone, or like, kind of like a upset at the world kind of vibe. Yeah, it's like, or they also could be upset if it's like nobody around them can relate. Maybe they feel like a little innocent in a situation. I don't know why I heard bet. People be like bet when they're like upset and stuff. It's either like bet like uh, I'm done talking, or I'm cool, or I'm gonna do the same thing or something like that. So they could be like upset. Yeah, maybe they're like looking for empathy, sympathy. Yeah, I heard. I don't expect much, but I expect a little. Yeah, it could be like an energy of like wanting support, but also not like trying to take too much of your support, if that makes sense, kind of thing. Yeah, it could feel like you have other options. Or maybe they already knew you had other options, but they could feel like you're into another option a little more than them. He could also feel like, I don't know, maybe want to they might want like you to do some type of favor, and it's like they feel like it will benefit both of you. I don't know if it's like get my car out the shop or do something, and then like something's gonna benefit the both of you. Got the Four of Cups twice. Interesting. I just heard, can you focus on me, baby? Can you focus on me? Yeah, they made me feel like they before they went in, they could have felt like they couldn't think under pressure. They could have even been thinking about you before like the incident was happening and they were going kind of thing. Maybe they feel like you calmed them down. It's like Beauty and the Beast. You the beauty that calmed the beast. They could feel like. So they definitely could have like some regrets, but I feel like right now they're more upset than they are actually like thinking and pondering and actually seeing like where they could have went wrong and everything else. You got sleepless nights and overthinking. Your finances will get better. Yeah, like I said, I feel like before he was going in, he was like getting on a bit of a good path, and then it's like this just took it like downhill. Yeah, complete and sudden changes. It was like, dang. But I feel like he hasn't gotten to that meditate, contemplate energy just yet to really like think things through. Yeah, her, you're my remedy. If our love was tragedy, why are you my remedy? Like basically, you're kind of like sometimes the cause and the cure. Ooh. Yeah, he could be like praying that like maybe like his stuff on the outside is protected, like car, clothes, all that. Yeah, they feel like they're really at a disadvantage. That he needs to let go of some resentment. Yeah, they think you just really don't give a fuck. Look at them crying. I knew it when I was talking to you and I said crying in the jail cell. Yeah, it's like I thought you were different. I thought you thought I was different. I thought I was special. Look at that, your ex is back communication. I love these cards. Oh man. He could be, yeah, he could be upset. Oh man. Yeah, he might feel like everybody wants something from him. And then it's like nobody around. But then again, I feel like he will get to a point where it's like, nobody put a gun to my head to make me go to jail or this. Like, he's gonna take accountability for like his part. I just don't think it's now though. He could also probably begin readings on YouTube. Ooh. Yeah, so it's like whatever. I feel like whatever support they can get from you, they probably gonna try to get. But I feel like it could be mainly like a nude, so he might want like a nude. Don't see that rose tattoo, so he might. I heard now. This is a story how my life went upside down. Oh man, but yeah, I feel like he's very like on edge there. He don't want to drink out the water fountain. He trying to probably break out. He on edge again. Sleepless night and overthinking. Don't want his booty took. Let me quit. But no, that's more like prison. But still, but I feel like he gonna be dancing when he get out, so he might not be in there for a minute. Who knows? It might not be that long. Yeah, don't. I don't think it'll be anything over 3 months. Probably. I don't think so. Hangman, Ace of Wands, 3 4 months. I don't think it might even be sooner than that, but I don't think it's gonna be a long time. But hey, yeah, we dancing when he get out. He said Monday. Yeah, I was like, and what's that? Is that 3 days from now? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yep, that's the city number three was significant. I'm like, it's number three. Yeah, 3 of Wands is out here, so he might rush and take a bath too. He might take it afterwards as well. But it's like accepting the fact that you didn't give a fuck. And it's like I'm still into you, but I was hurt a little bit, but at this point I accept the fact that you didn't give a f, and I'm still okay with your presence. But yeah, I'll think clear. You got the Nine of Cups, the World card, Lovers, Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands, Fool, Ace of Cups, Hierophant, Knight of Swords, the Moon, 4 of Cups twice, Tower. He said he's surprised you answered. Yeah. We'll have to call you later. And he was ready to spend money on you. See? He told you like, oh. He said he gonna call you later. He said that, but conclusion. Have compassion for each other. Yeah. Stuff been happening. Ooh, what the scripture say? I be opening up my Bible every now and again and like getting like little messages and stuff. The one I got the other day, um, dang, what did it say? It said something about basically like money doesn't mean everything kind of thing, basically, and reminding me that you can't take it when you pass on. I think that's something my ex is probably trying to communicate with me because I mainly opened the message, for him to see what he probably wanted to say, any advice, anything like that, and that's like the message I got, and he was kind of like that, and so maybe that's something like he realized and wanted to like remind me of, like, even if I'm struggling financially, like, you know as long as I'm like happy or grateful or like, because say I never get really wealthy or rich or anything like that, it's like I can't keep like being frustrated because of that. I have to be happy and enjoy other parts of my life, kind of thing. So I think that's kind of like the message it was saying. I'm not even cheating on you and he think I'm doing stuff to him. I'm like, we shouldn't be like this. I'm weak. You got to do more than not cheat. But definitely, yeah. He could be getting readings too. Who you with? he's he's getting read. I feel like he definitely getting readings too. Okay, so Alexis, are you here, love? I'm ready to post your question. I think you already did, but I'll have to go back up. Yeah, so you getting reasons, he getting readings. His might be a little bit more in depth though, because he probably like asking all kind of stuff, and whatever reader is going in depth too. He's like, "Who you with?" Da, da, da. Let me see if I can scroll up and find it. Let me see the baby. Aw, you might make him nervous. We'll see. Yeah, he probably be asking some juicy questions, Ashley. Good right reading here for Alexis Fleet Spirit. Good right reading here for Alexis Barber Fleet Spirit. Thank you. Why, when Alexis video call, the person they're referring to, CJ, I believe, I assume, they cannot look her in the eyes and ask, where is the baby? So why can't they look her in her eyes when they are on video chat, video call? Why is CJ not being able to look in Alexis Barber's eyes when they're on video chat? Ooh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. What in the world? Hmm. Clarify something before. Oh, I think this is what it is. I'm gonna clarify it one more time. Huh. Oh Lord. I feel like he's scared of like you putting a love spell on him. And he could be getting this information from some outside influences, or this could be like his past experiences. But it's given a little both, but it's given more so of like outside influences. And it's like whenever it's like scared because it's like when you look in the eye, he might not know if it's like you're just looking or if you're like actively putting a spell on him, kind of thing. Oh Lord, yeah, we got the Magician, Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands, Temperance, Emperor, Knight of Cups, the Moon card, Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Empress. Yeah, that's like okay. So Emperor and Empress is out here. They could want to ultimatum. I have to clarify that. But I feel like a part of him doesn't care if that's what you're doing or not, and is like melting and falling in love anyway, but still scared at the same time. I'm pretty sure he was worried, but also if sometimes if a past person done it to you, you might think the next person will. Just like how you probably got hurt, like you said, or cheated on, or whatever case may be, you might think the next person you don't know if they're gonna do it either. So you're kind of scared and you have that fear. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure he probably was. Or even if he wasn't, he still has that fear now, probably because of that situation. You know what I mean? So it's like, he probably don't intentionally want to, but it's like that's that fear setting in. Just like how you have fear about him hurting you again, he has fear that you might be putting on, some type of love spell. I don't know if he knows or not, but I'm just saying, like, you can get, well, he probably does if it's like he's getting fear from that. But it's also outside influences here, too. So I don't know if she's outside influence or if it's someone else's outside influence. I kind of feel like it's her, but it could also be other people too. Yeah, it could be like a earth sign friend of his, the devil and the king of pentacles. So yeah, let me see. Oh, the death card. Yeah, so he was aware. Ooh. Two of cups, two of pentacles. Yeah. So that's where that fear is coming from. But that ain't the only reason though, I feel like as well. But I feel like that's the main reason. She's the earth sign. You would never, yeah, but his fear, you know what I mean, is what's making him, again, he probably don't want to really think that or have or hope that's going on, but that's that fear again. Other than that, I feel like there's other reasons too, like you get him horny. He probably ain't got time to be horny because maybe he can't see you, or maybe you ain't giving him none, or something else. So I feel like there's other factors. I just feel like that's like one of the main ones as to why, like, sometimes, or maybe hopefully it ain't all the time you FaceTime him, he don't look, but maybe it's sometimes. I'm assuming, and it's like or it could be like he don't want you to know he real high. Or he don't want you to look at him too long and find out like, oh, you know what, he kind of is ugly. Oh man, you used to him being high. He probably feel ashamed because it's probably like being you used to it. He probably like you probably think it's like, oh, here he high again kind of thing. It's like not taken serious, or it's like not expecting anything more or different. So he's probably like a little ashamed. He should know you better. He might think the same thing too. Like, you should know better not to hurt you either. Y'all both kind of got some mutual energy. Y'all both got fear, but it's just for different reasons. I also feel like he don't like to really like be vulnerable around people, or for you to like see him cry. He also could be a little lazy too, not wanting to hold up the phone. You could have put him in jail. Why? Did he do anything wrong to go in there besides hurt you? You can't put nobody in jail because they didn't love you the same or something. They had to actually do something. Oh, you said a jar. I thought you said jail. He could be like, ooh, he might be embarrassed. But this could be like lying about the amount of money he makes or like brings home because of embarrassment. I don't know why I see him trying to show off his haircut. He makes a lot of money, but he does lie. I don't go get. I know that's right. But again, he might not necessarily. It's that fear once again. You have your growth scared people who don't want to change. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it will be one. But see, that's probably why. Did you have a talk with him yet? That's probably. This is another reason why it's probably good to have it, so you guys can give each other clarity and confirmation and reassurance. Because if not, y'all both could probably continue to have this fear about each other. But if you talk, the fear could go away, even if it's like three heart to hearts. You know what I mean? If you talk, the fears could be going away. Like what you're saying to me, you could say to him, like, I don't go against someone's free will. Da 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 da. Being genuine and saying what's from the heart kind of thing. And then he says what he says and give you clarity. You know what I mean? But it's like if y'all don't, you could possibly still keep having this fear about each other. You have know the difference between shame and guilt. And his face cut. Aw. You see, your opinion matters to him. He wants to impress you. He wants to look good for you. You know, he cares about what you think. You don't like his outfit. You know what I mean? And I feel like he could have some insecurities, but I don't think he's that insecure to where it's like, I'm gonna change my whole identity. But I definitely feel like they would change like some things and like, well, let me impress you because that's important, and that's a good thing. Because he could be like, okay, I don't care, so if you, you know what I mean. But a person you like and you're into, you're gonna want to keep trying to impress them. So that's a good sign to me. We have don't let pride get in your way, Foon and Leo. A new romantic cycle begins. He feels the new beginnings. He wondering if you feel the new beginnings. He like, do you feel what I'm feeling? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Like, he could. Oh Lord, why? Why? I told you a part of it is horniness. Oh man. Especially if that's his intentions were. Not all the time. It might I want to talk to everybody. But say it could be sometimes where it's mainly like I want to talk to the kids. If he knows going through you first is gonna make him horny, it's like never mind because my whole purpose and intention was to talk to the kids, and I can't do that while I'm doing, like it's like you get him, you turn him on. He don't want to like, be like that. He come to your dream. But yeah, he could feel like at times you're more like bolder and braver than him for schools. Yeah, he definitely got a lot of regrets and remorse. Last night, that's that communication. He trying to communicate in all realms and dimensions. Yeah, I'm here. So what are we? Kind of thing. So he could be like coming for some clarity too here. So he's a little confused because it's like you'll be opened and you'll close off and you'll stay closed off. That's funny how you said you're a lion and we got full moon in Leo and there's a lion here. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of loving you. I'm not scared to perform a sold out affair, but I'm scared of. Am I the only one who thinks it's an impossible task? Why it don't last? Is it too much to ask? Why do we love when love seems to hate us? Okay, I don't went off, but yeah, we got family matters. Also, he definitely admires like you, the children, everything. Like sometimes it could be like unbelievable to him how that he has children and he has like what he has. Yeah, her. Can we start over? Can we work out? Cause I done hit rock bottom over you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dang, who sung that again? That was a little older one. Oldie but goodie. Yeah, they could be wondering like, how could we ease each other's mind? As long as yeah, he needs that clarity and stuff, and he wants to start over too, but he wants you to open up too. So it's like y'all both got some issues and stuff y'all need to work through and give each other clarity on. But how are you gonna get there if neither one of you be honest, keep it real, have a conversation, open up? You know what I mean? How could you get there? You're basically just letting each other wonder and be confused when you're not giving each other reassurance and clarity. You're basically like think whatever you want to think. You know what I mean? It would be nice if y'all didn't think certain things about each other, but the reality is that you do. But there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just got cleared up. There's nothing wrong with having fears sometimes, even when you really do love somebody. The fear is not attacking the other person's character. It's more so like I'm trying to protect myself. You know what I mean? You're both doing it. It's just in different ways. You're trying to protect from a heartbreak, and he is technically too. It's like I want my free will. I don't want anybody putting no spell on me, and I want our connection to be natural. You know what I mean? So you're technically doing the same thing. It's just for different topics, subjects, reasons, whatever you want to call it. So again, it's not to attack your character. It's trying to protect themselves. I don't hear about them over you. Yeah, 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 yeah. See, that free will came up again. We got cancer. So I don't know if anybody's a cancer or you know. See, there again, that new start. We got 222. Redo something. They want a new beginning. They feel a new beginning, and they're wondering if you feel it too. Once again, you could be very well feeling it too, but y'all are not making each other that aware that y'all are feeling it, and that's the problem. Not all the time can y'all read each other's mind, or not all the times where the actions show, or will you actually understand the actions. That's why they say communication is key, because some things could be taken out of context. You know, whether it's in a message or a tone of voice or something else, things could be taken out of context. Yeah, we got the leap card, the being brave card, the taking a step card. It says bold, open your heart, because this is gonna like be something that takes y'all to the next level, rise to the top. And it's like you're gonna be happy that you did it. See, we got even got the yes card. It says go for it. You have the green light, go for it. Extreme satisfaction, approval, yes. Extreme liking, go for it. You have the Queen of Pentacles twice. And this talks about And love, like it's like if you want to be a wife, stay at home wife, or whatever your vision of love is basically saying that, hey, you got the opportunity right now, you have the potential to get it, your dreams is gonna come true. And then we also had a nine of cups, which is basically the same thing as well. Like your cup is running over, your dreams coming through true, your wishes are coming true kind of thing. But sometimes we got to put a little work and effort into it too to align with that and kind of help our dreams come true as well. You know what I mean? So if that's opening up your heart for this to like get going or whatever you got to do, then you have to be like, you have to ask yourself, is you're willing to do that in order to like have this, this happily ever after. It's not saying that he's the only person in the world. I'm pretty sure that like if you just really was like, I just can't with him, and then you went somewhere else, you know, to the right person, of course, you could still have a, happily ever after. But it's all about, again, like your choice and your free, your own free will of what you want to do. It's like, do you really feel like you want to do it and open it up and it's worth it and take that challenge and take that risk and, you know, it's all up to you. But it's like if you don't, you can expect certain results if you're closed off. You just thought he didn't want to look so he could be turned on and then possibly not be able to get none or be appropriate while the children is online or something else. That's why he don't always want to. Yeah, Knight of Wands, Moon card, Age of Swords, yeah. Five of Pentacles, Empress. You know, the read said you was very fertile and really into you and all that. And he got to control, that. Uh, it all ties in together. It all adds up. But they could feel like you keep trying to find something wrong in them, or it's a new problem with them every week or every month or something. Like first it's like this is wrong, and the next time that is wrong. Next time this is wrong, that is wrong. They're like, you just trying to find something wrong when there's nothing wrong. I'm really trying to love you. What's that song? Oh dang, I think it's by, I don't know if it's by Marianne Neo or I don't know, it's one of them. It's like let me love you until you learn to love yourself, or dang, what was the other one? So I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt, something, something. So he could feel like you're more so like withdrawn with him being like a changed man than you were when maybe he was on bullshit. It's like, okay, even when I was on bullshit, you weren't this reserved. It's like now that I'm. Yeah, that boy got his hair done and that little touch up for you, okay? So yeah, I get it. I get your frustrations, but maybe try to like put yourself in his shoes and understand him, or even if you don't understand him, to kind of like reassure him, because that's what matters the most. So even if it's like you shouldn't think I'm that type of person, da da da, I'm upset, blah 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 blah, still put yourself in his shoes and like reassure, because that's just pretty much the same thing you want with them as well. It's like they could say the same thing, like I just don't understand how she think I'm gonna break her heart and just that and a third, and it's like instead of having that attitude of being upset and all that, it's like let me reassure them. Let me listen to their wants and needs. Let me reassure them, you know? The list is open for anyone that wants to donate. I gotta find out the song because it's another one too. It's not just a "Let Me Love You." It's another one that's kind of like that too. I guess it is the "Let Me Love You," Neo and the other guy. So those are basically like channel songs, basically. Oh dang, he that bad? Not a dog crate. I think I'll go ahead and take my chances with him. I might be able to escape. I might be able to like take a breather or something. That's crazy. But it does. I don't know. It does be some that's. I guess it all depends on what you really experience. Because in my own personal experience, I don't think it's an ex that was bad enough to be like, no, I'll go on a dog. You know. But if I had an ex like Diddy or something like that, then I might say that. I might. Ooh. I always joke around and ask people like would they sit in the room with him for some time for some money or like would they be his therapist for like, $10,000 each day or maybe $60,000 in total. Not my man in jail. My man, my man, my man. Let me hold you down. You can never go wrong. Let me hold you. Let me. They kept teasing about how about that. Why are you in there? No, for real. Who is this? So sick of all these friend requests. One mutual friend, get out of here. But she does look like this one girl. What? Aw, so cute. I got baby fever. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Single, single. No, definitely don't need that right now. But I don't know if I have the energy to do a collective reading anytime soon. I'm not sure. We'll see. I haven't even been up to par with my homework, so it's just a lot. You ain't gonna be giving me no baby then going back to jail. How you mad at me? I don't want to put myself in a certain predicament and position. Have you ever thought of a reason, like really thought about a reason why I don't? That's what I'm saying. He gotta, he probably ain't thinking the first day or a couple of days, but you know, then he need to go ahead and think, or a couple first couple hours, but then he need to think. I felt that energy, definitely. I definitely felt that energy. He said he important because he called. It's like he didn't think, you would be a person to rely on if he didn't kind of thing, or you weren't important. I think I'm gonna try to manifest a high paying remote job, or just a high paying good job in general. Maybe I can help somebody else manifest as well. You should, yeah. Told you he looked upset, frustrated, and all. Yeah, I had a lot going on. Yeah, that's true. There's nothing wrong with like being there for each other, no emotional support kind of thing. You know. Right. Yeah. Nobody's saying to bring you down, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with emotional support. If that's what you choose to do, like if you see the person worthy of it, you don't have to give everybody your empathy and sympathy and money or time or whatever you want to call it. But if it's someone you like really want to be with or want to be with you and take you seriously and stuff, it's nothing wrong with sometimes being there and comforting the person without also, again, like you said, bring you down and sacrificing yourself. Because I wouldn't want nobody to say that to me right now. Like, we're all going through something. Like, I'm grieving. I wouldn't want nobody to be like, you know. But I also wouldn't want to dump on somebody either and talk to them about it for hours and hours. So I try to control that as well. Like, because I know people still have their own stuff going on, their own lives to live. And, you never know if they're grieving too, or if they just got done grieving, or, we can call you later. Yeah. Because, I mean, I really do feel like I really do appreciate y'all's support because, like I said, I feel like I would be healing a lot slower if I didn't have it because I don't have that much, outside support. It's probably like a day or two. Then after that, it's like, forget all about it. But it's not going to take me a day or two. You know what I mean? That was a X of like 4 years. It's not going to take me a day or two to heal. So it's like I need that emotional support for more than a day or two. But I also wouldn't, again, want to dump on people and like, I don't expect everybody to be my therapist, and so that's what my therapist is for. So that's why I can't wait to see her so I can like give her the most of everything that I'm thinking and feeling, you know, because I know nobody else is gonna be like able to take that on, or maybe even willing to take that on. Somebody going, oh, let me not say that. It's something every day over here. Back and forth. You mean back and forth like going to jail? Yeah, I definitely get that. Especially if they feel like entitled or obligated or like you're supposed to take care of them and stuff like that. I definitely understand that. Again, I don't really do, not calling him a jailbird, but hopefully that's not the case. But I like, again, I don't do jailbirds, but it was this one dude I was talking to in there because his situation, I don't know, it was just like the saddest thing. I kind of felt a little bad. So I would kind of like, be there to, talk every now and again. But it was nothing more that I was giving or even wanted from him. I was just kind of like being nice and, friendly and stuff. But then it started to get to a point where he was like, feeling obligated and entitled to me being there for him. And he'll sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, you didn't text me today, or this or that," and nobody cares about me, and like giving that side pity story and stuff like that. So it was like I had to cut that out. But it definitely depends on different situations. Again, like if that was like my husband or somebody I was taking real serious and they treated me right and all that, I would probably have more, even more compassion and be there even more. Or if that's somebody I saw a lot of potential with or something like that, I would have a little bit more. But I was just being like, nice yourself for the moment. I didn't really want to, give anymore or, get anymore. I was just, but again, he was like, you know. For the cops to be called. Right. Yeah. So I'm not saying be a part of like the cops and all that. This is just like emotional support. So emotional support, you don't have to be there around no cops or no baby mama drama or no money, giving no money or nothing like that. But there's nothing wrong with being like, I hope things get better for you, or I understand, or you're gonna be all right, or you can make better choices, or you know what I mean? You're just basically giving empathy and sympathy. It's not saying put yourself in harm's way or, be involved in drama or be around when the cops, you know what I mean? You don't have to do all that, but it's also again nothing wrong with, a little empathy, sympathy, if that's something you're willing to do because you see the person worthy or you like the person or you plan on continuing to talk to the person and stuff. But again, everything is free will, so again, it's like you don't have to give them your sympathy and empathy and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that if this is someone you want in your future, that you'll eventually be given to anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah, that guy, he was just some guy that I feel bad for. But it's like I wasn't really entitled or obligated to give him sympathy, empathy. I just like chose to because I could have just knew that at the get go and been like, you know what, I don't really know you, I don't care, f you, bye. And that wouldn't have been wrong either. I really don't know you, and I'm choosing to not give that because I don't have to, and that's also not wrong either. It's just the choice that I made that I was like, I feel bad. I'm gonna give him a little conversation, even though I usually don't do this because I don't mess with jailbirds and stuff. So that was different for me. But it was at a time where I said, I'm gonna just do something different. And now I see why I really don't do it. But at the same time, I don't regret it that bad for giving him like, a little empathy, sympathy. You know what I mean? Because he didn't get no more that I wanted to give to him. You know what I mean? Open communication about these things. Yeah. Even this one dude, he was like, dang, what was the word he used? I think was it snub? Because there's this guy, I don't know if I was talking to him like a couple days or if we never really talked at all. He just came in my inbox. I can't remember. But either way, I wasn't really like interested or whatever. So I just wasn't talking to him. He was like, you could at least not like snub me or whatever. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? I didn't know what that meant at first. So I had to Google it. And I was like, oh. Basically ignoring all that. But he's like, you have to, like, is it necessary? Like, do you have to really do that? It's like, no, I don't. But at the same time, I don't have to, be texting you either. It's a choice that I made that I wasn't interested in. I wasn't explaining in depth of why I wasn't interested in you. You know what I mean? And some people feel like they need that, but like sometimes the rejection is clear when you see somebody not texting you back, especially for a long time. It clearly means that they're like not interested or have something else going on, or whatever case. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't have to give you like an in-depth, long explanation of why I'm not talking to you, or be like, hey, you know what I mean? Or I warn you, or I mean, of course it would be nice, but again, it's like I don't have to. Again, the me not responding is clear enough that I'm not interested. Just as the man, if he did that to me, you know, I would get the sign like, oh, clearly he's not interested. I wouldn't be like, explain yourself, or I don't know. I guess it's different. Like I take rejection good for the most part. But mostly some men, they don't really take rejection well, so I guess that's another thing. But it's like I don't feel like I have to, give you a rundown of why I'm not like saying anything. And then it's like, if I'm not interested, why would I keep talking to you? So then you'll be mad that I'm leading you on and stuff like that. So it's like, what do you want? You know what I mean? So he's like, is it necessary to ignore me? Well, what do you want me to say? You want me to keep telling you over and over again that, hey, I'm not interested? Yeah, it's like, I'm not getting it. But then again, I don't go inboxing guys initially either. It's usually I don't want them, and then they try to reject me, and then it's like, you know. But I definitely dealt with rejection once or twice, and I took it well, you know. It's not nothing to cry over or be like, hey, why you keep ignoring me? Well, obviously they're not interested, and you know. I got sticks, I got stones. I ain't got no words for you. Not ugly. Yeah, I can't stand people. Yep, they'll say it. If they trying to humble you, or it could be their actual opinion, but it's like, who cares? I don't care if you think I'm ugly or not. Somebody finds it attractive, you know what I mean? Like, okay. Some people think their opinion is like on a pedestal or something. It's like it's really a fact, or it matters, or like, you should take it very seriously, despite if it's about you. And I don't know. Some people got their head so far up their ass, but but most of the ones who be like, you ugly, I don't reject it, and then that's their response. You ugly anyway, or this or that, or blah blah blah. That's why your ex cheated, or da da da. Just be saying all kind of stuff because they didn't get it. And then not only that, mainly be the ones who ain't attractive they darn self, or you're not attracted to either. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't. That's why I always be like, don't flatter yourself. If like somebody else say that, but it's like, don't flatter yourself because I wasn't looking at you either. You know what I mean? And I really ain't. I only had like one person that I was interested in that kind of rejected me, and it was only because they had a girlfriend. It wasn't that they found me ugly or anything like that. It was they was being loyal, and I applaud that. But other than that, it was more so like, you ugly anyway, and different stuff like that. Even some that was like, you ugly, low down, before they approach, was like a mechanism because they really found me attractive. So some people, they could say that because they really find you attractive, kind of thing, or they hating, or they jealous or something. But anyways, he said just laughed and blocked them. Yeah, goodbye. Now who's that one dude? I was like, you're too old to be a fuck boy. He really was. He was like 30 something. I'm like, you're too old to be a fuck boy. It was even somebody who was like damn near 50 that was like, just not on the right stuff. And I'm like, you can't think I'm gonna take you seriously. Like you can't. Like I was mind boggled. Oh man. Now you're really too old to be a fuckboy. Matter of fact, it's over to. You swiped up me just to tell me that, like, okay. Like, it's a good thing. I don't care about your opinion. And I'm so happy. I'm so glad because I'm not attracted to your kind. This one guy got mad because I told him he was comfortable being broke, and I felt like he really was comfortable in being broke. There's nothing wrong with like you struggling, but you're trying to get yourself together. But it's different when you're like comfortable being broke for years and years and years. And I just didn't want that for my life. Or you're fat anyway. That never bothered me. I laugh so good inside and outside when people say that because it don't bother me. Don't phase me at all. I'll just be like, He was this one guy. He really thought I was going to talk to him, but he was talking all down on my race, and he was the same race as me. You know, he was saying women like me were like angry and this and that, and they don't actually want to be married and blah blah blah. And thought I was going to continue to talk to him. Like, why you have all these like certain um, program ways of thinking and perception and negative thoughts about women like me. Why it sounds like you hate women like me. Why in the heck would I continue to talk to you? So I blocked him. No explanation. And it sounded like he was very hurt a few times, which is understandable, but it's like you're not gonna take it out on me. You know what I mean? You're not gonna bring that pain and that past. Come healed. Come healed to me, or at least working on healing, or at least knowing, being aware of something. You know what I mean? Not just. You might miss that call tonight. I'm so weak. And gave me a long paragraph too. I'm like, yeah, no. That would have been a terrible relationship. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Oh, he probably would have been trying to talk down on me all the time just for being who I am because he, obviously had a type with, women like me of my race and culture and everything else, so that's crazy. That's like, uh, you know, no different from, a different race that's racist getting with you, knowing they racist, they don't like your kind, just to project, beat on you or abuse in whatever ways, just to, I guess, feel better. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I was not gonna allow that to happen. So I heard and seen that red flag and ran for the hills. you know? And not only that, he also thought like, women ain't good enough, they don't really want marriage, blah 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 blah. He was just saying all kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, yep, because you're already gonna put me in that category because that's what you truly think and you're sticking to. So you're never gonna think anything different. So even if I keep proving to you 1,000 times, which I shouldn't have to prove to you, but even if I did, you would never believe me, or it would take the longest, if possible, to believe me. And like I said, I just was not putting myself in that position. That's just like somebody having trust issues. Like, until they heal those trust issues, they probably would never believe you. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. When you come on your cycle, that's hilarious. You don't like being around people, but you too moody or so. Yeah, they be jealous too. Exactly. I get it though, especially if you have a long cycle. I would definitely be. I could be around certain people though. Step in the name of love. Okay, honey, let me know. I got. Let me see. Oops, I'm over here ripping pages. Thank you, Ashley. You can post. Should you go out tonight? Direct me here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Direct me here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Should Ashley go out tonight? Should Ashley go out tonight? Yes or no, please, Spirit. Make it very clear. Should Ashley go out tonight? Hmm. I hate that this is no details. The answer is yes, though. Three of Cups. But we do have the Three of Swords, the Death card, and the High Priestess out here. Said you quit free, okay? Hey, Tootsie roll, chicken leg. Oh man. Yeah, not saying anything with you. I understand, but for me, because I be wanting to say something so bad, but then I have to remember. I might change that too, because I don't know if it's something I can stick to. I was just trying to like that. The whole purpose was to like make something like affordable for people, but then I forget the aspect of where I want to say more. So I might end up changing that or making something else that price and something else more affordable. I don't know. I'll probably figure something out because it's like certain readings I can go ahead and be like, okay, just the yes or no with no details. But when it's like extra more type of stuff that is like, dang, I really want to say something so bad, that's when it's like, dang, I kind of hate this. You know what I mean? But I hate when these lives say different things. One be like, it's two in here. One other say four people in here. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Even when it's tough. I could fall several times, still getting up. Use your intuition. That's all I can say. Use your intuition and your free will. Use them both. Whichever you feel like, you know what I mean? Learn through experience. Who knows? It's up to you. You said go out or answer that call. Up to you. Free will. Use your intuition. All about decisions and choices. And, you know, or you don't have to pick either. But maybe you should pick something. I don't know. Hey, I spent too much of my time being so indecisive and should I do this? Should I do that? To the point I ain't do nothing. Then I regret. You got to make some type of choice. Or again, I mean, you don't have to make either, but still, whatever you do, use your intuition. Yeah, I got a yes with the three of cups, but I feel like more to the story. Where are you going? Like a little restaurant, a little fun activity. it seemed like most of the guys that I'm attracting lives far away, whether it's 2 hours, 6 hours, whatever hours. I'm like, dang. So, and I'm not used to long distance, you know. I've been dating like people that's been a little closer, and now it's like everybody's kind of like far. But I ain't mad at it because some of them are like, you know, good options. I feel like, but it's all a matter of like, you know, eventually seeing each other because I'm a physical touch type of person. So eventually, and I'm a visual person too. So like, I'm gonna eventually need a hug. I want to look, rub your beard, any of those, you know. I don't want to keep talking through FaceTime all the time. So something's got to shake. Like one of my blues, they're like they work 12s. They working 12s back to back and all that. He said, "Okay, Alexis. Oh snap! Ha. You got two options. Yeah. Period. Lounge. Ooh. Okay, I see you. Ooh. What's the How you dressing? I feel like you look real good. I mean, you always do. So yeah." He said, "Okay, Alexis." He said, "Okay, yes, ma'am." I want to talk to you. Oh, his heart probably was pounding and racing and stuff. Oh, yes. Sometimes you just gotta face them fears, whatever they are. Not call you after he smoke to get the little smoking. Period. Yes. He probably about to down some of that smoke before he talk, especially if he's assuming this is gonna probably be something bad. He like, I'm gonna, you know. He said, well, one, one, two, three, maybe four. No, just kidding. But you know how you be things and favorites and stuff. I definitely have like two favorites. And you know they different. I tell y'all, you have different chemistry and bonds with different people. You got many soulmates. Oh man, at least that's what I believe. I don't know. I do feel like it could be like one person that probably is like probably your ultimate, but it's like you probably still like have a few soulmates kind of thing or a few good connections. You know? Two favorites, okay. Calling you later so he won't go, or maybe that's the only time he can call. That could be a case too, or they might have certain times. Yeah, I got like two favorites out of probably like four, five, something like that options. Smoke and order pizza. Right, get out of here. Oh snap! I've been like boring. Oh snap! You know what? I'm gonna go with James. He's taking me out. Said I'm good. That's what you came up with? No. That's your plan? I don't know pizza. I want a steak. Okay. I want a lamb chop. But you didn't. Oh man. I want some shrimp. What? I want to see a fancy like atmosphere of the restaurant. I want to, and I mean, we probably don't have to do that all the time, but like, don't make that like, don't get used to that, or make that the first couple of dates, or we got to go on like a few dates before you even think about chilling at the house watching movies, eating pizzas. You know what I mean? We got to go a few times. Oh man. Yeah, especially on the first. Come on now. Please stop it. Matter of fact, somebody said that to me like a couple weeks ago. He said, "Want to come over to my place and watch movies and do this, that, and the third?" I'm like, no. Hmm. For one, that's not romantic. For two, I don't know you from a can of paint. You could be crazy as ever. At least if I meet you up at a date, things will be in public and stuff like that, and I have more of a chance of getting the hell on. You know what I mean? Several reasons why that's just not okay. I'm sorry, it's not. Like, what? You heard of all them horror stories? Even if it wasn't those horror stories, again, it's just not romantic. Like, like this dude, he went on a date with a girl, and he was like, "I got locked out of my house. Can I come to yours?" And then he acted like she started her intuition kind of started to kick in a little bit, but not too much. Then she started to worry, and she like, "Oh yeah, you could sleep out there," and she like locked her bedroom door. Some of y'all probably heard this story. She locked her bedroom door, and then he came banging at the door, and I guess trying to get in and stuff. And when she called the police and they got her, or whatever, when she came out, she seen he had prepared all type of stuff, tools and all that kind of stuff to basically kill her. You know what I mean? But yeah, he knocked on the door. He's like, my phone went dead. Can I use your charger and all that?" And she said he thought he was probably about to step in that bedroom and stuff like that. She handed the charger through the door and all that. So, her intuition had kind of kicked in a little bit. But, yeah, like not everybody has the best intentions, baby. I gotta see you through before we get that comfortable. You know what I mean? Trust me, not only from that, through my own personal experiences, I know that's not okay. I just one guy, my intuition kicked in real good too. I made that mistake of going over the house, no dating, all that other stuff, and of course I wasn't planning to do anything. I'm just really trying to be on some chill stuff. But knowing most men, they are definitely thinking way different than us most of the time. So we just chilling, we're watching stuff, we're like talking whatever, and then I don't know. It's like my intuition kicked in. I just got a real weird vibe. And he was kind of like trying to put the moves and stuff like that. And I felt like if I wouldn't have gave him nothing, he probably was gonna try to rape me or and probably do more than that. It was just weird stuff. And then he said I gotta get up and go to the bathroom or whatever. I'm like perfect, and that's when I told him like, oh, I gotta get something out the car. I forgot something, but really I was leaving. So I heard and got the hell on. I didn't need no extra um clarity or information or confirmation or anything else to prove that my intuition was my intuition, because sometimes you might not actually have a lot of evidence or anything like that to prove that's what that person is on, but you feel it. I'm telling you. It didn't matter. Nobody could convince me that he wasn't on no like weird vibes. I just got the hell on. My intuition, I feel like, was a lot stronger back then, and I'm trying to get back to that point where it was really strong and it kicked in like that, because yeah. I can't remember if he. Matter of fact, I probably. Oh, I blocked him, baby. I done had a few incidents, but him specifically, oh yeah, he didn't get not. That's why I said my intuition was so strong back then. Like he didn't get no opportunities. I was gone, and I remember to that day. After that, again, I got the hell out of there. After that, soon after, I I think I was giving my auntie a ride, and I had told her about the situation or whatever, and even she at the time was kind of confused. because I don't think, no offense, her intuition was like on that, you know, that type of time at that time or whatever. But I was explaining to her, and I think that's kind of how like my mom figured out or whatever. And like to this day, my mom be like, "Dang, I'm so happy you was smart and da da da," da," you know, and got the hell on. And then you never know, he could have had STD or he could anything could have went on. My intuition was just screaming at me, and I listened at that time. I was so happy. Got the fuck on. No, he was mad. Exactly. Before they come get you, right? He just wants some Gucci. There's been other times I didn't listen and I regretted it for sure. But it will always tell you. And now that I think about it, I realize even more how much my intuition is trying to tell me about certain situations, and I just did not listen for whatever reason, whether I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt or whatever. They're like, oh, nobody's that evil, or they want to do that to me. I've been knowing them for the longest, or blah blah blah. Blah. All that other stuff is like it don't matter when your intuition is screaming at you. Listen, it doesn't matter about any other factors. It doesn't. It's like just get out of there, protect yourself, block the person, whatever you got to do. It's like yeah, but sometimes it's hard when the physical looks very like promising. It looks like nothing's wrong. It looks like nothing sneaky is going on. It looks like it's really no evidence. It looks like that person is really telling you the truth. That's when they get tricky. But that's why I say energy doesn't lie. A person can lie. A person can look you in your eyes and be like, "I love you," and be lying. But when your energy picks up on it, you know what I mean. Your intuition picks up on it. Then it's like you know. But it can look very promising in your physical eyes. You know what I mean? It could look very good and promising and okay, but your intuition is like, you know. Didn't want it anyway. Sure, sure, okay. So come to his house. Bull it. Oh man, I just look at them like, because some of them really think that us women is that stupid. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, sometimes we might not listen to our intuition and different things like that. But some stuff is just like, do you think you're manipulating a 5 year old? You know what I mean? Do you think you're trying to trick? You know what I mean? So some men will probably think ignorant enough or whatever to like really think we are that stupid, or we're desperate or something else. You know, like this guy the other day trying to scam me. Like, must think I'm really like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? Come on now. Anybody knows not to blindly go into like, you know, giving somebody money for their so-called business. That's basically what he's trying to do. And I'm over here like, what business? I barely see any promotions or anything. I don't see no setups or nothing. And I get sometimes when you're a small business and stuff like that, you might not have a website just yet, or it could be like other things, but you're gonna have like something, you know. But to just like nothing at all and be like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now, I have to have something to go off of. And he literally gave me nothing to go off of. And then there was this one lady, she was like, I want to cash up you. I'm feeling generous. What's your cash up name? Blah, 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 blah. And then turned around and was like, oh, you got to do this. You got to put money on this to do this. And this is how the process goes. And do you think I am a fool? Boo boo the fool. Please tell me. So I was playing around with her. I was like acting like I believed her and stuff. And I'm like, okay, da da da. And I'm like, okay, send me a picture of your ID and stuff like that. I want to make sure it's not a scam and blah blah blah. I'll just like mess around. And then the other guy, I'm kind of like leading on. He don't even know that I know that his so-called business is a scam. So he's over here thinking that I'm gonna start the program pretty soon. But that's what he get for trying to manipulate people and fool people. So now, since you gave me false hope, I'm giving you false hope. You're giving me false hope of this so-called amazing program. So now I'm giving you false hope that I'm about to enter the program. And he's like, "What money can you put down on the program today that wouldn't make you like homeless?" I really feel like that was projection. He basically was trying to say, "What money can you give me so I don't go homeless?" kind of thing. And I even told him like I wouldn't probably be able to start something if I did because I kind of knew I wasn't because I already knew that it was a scam. So I was like, I probably won't be able to start until like a week or so. And he are still trying to automatically get something like today, and it's like if I'm starting like in a week or so, then I'll do that time. It's like it was like a rush for something. It was like a trying to make it seem like I needed the program. And he got a whole team behind him. For one, I don't see any of your work, and I definitely don't see a team. So it's like, where's all this invisible, imaginary like stuff at? Because I don't see it. You know, I'm like, he really thinks he has a fool. Oh man, and it's crazy because he's an ex coworker or whatever, and he even tried to use that "you know me" term, and I don't know why I felt like I got that vibe already before like talking to him, and I'm like, I don't know you. That was like years ago. You could be a change for the worse. All I know. So technically, it's like I do, but I don't. Like I don't know this new version of you. I knew you. I don't know you. Like I don't know you like that. We weren't even that close. So for you to be like, oh, you know me, you know, this is not a scam. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh wow. Yeah, it's like trying to guilt trip me into the program. Cooked you dinner. Tried to after. Told him not on it. Then he tried again. So I told him I was ready to go. Thanks for the food. No, seriously. I'm trying to be like this one girl. I don't know her name, but like she went on the podcast and like no, she didn't go on a podcast yet. They were like they had a podcast and they basically I guess saw her somewhere and they were like calling her ugly and just basically like roasting her, going in and saying all kind of crazy stuff. And then she, got a hold of it or whatever, said what she said, and then she's like, basically she want an apology. He's like, cool. A year later, come on my podcast. I'm going to apologize. Basically he want to give her like a public apology. So he gave her a public apology, or whatever. She's like, pretty much thanks for the apology. Now I'm finna go. She got paid for that podcast too. And he's like, what? Like, basically, you better just get the apology and like dip. Like, she's still on business. I like that energy though. Some people probably wouldn't even went on podcast or acknowledge it or anything, but I think she did good because it's like she got her bag, got her apology, and said fuck you and left. And he's right to have his opinion. Like if he don't find her attractive, he don't. But it's the way he went about it to basically like say like it's a factor. Basically nobody will want her and like all these other kind of like things he was saying. That's where it's like took it too far. And she's like, basically, why would I stay in the podcast of somebody who was basically like bashing me and saying all this other stuff? That would be like kind of like fake. It would be no point. It would be no benefit of me to be here. Like basically, I just came to get my apology. That's it. you know, there's nothing else really to be discussed. There's nothing else really to be explained. Because again, what you can't backtrack on your opinion. Be like, oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I think you're beautiful. Like, no, you don't. You just, you know what I mean. You don't. It's okay. You don't find her attractive. But it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, why would she stay there and y'all have this like? what conversation are you gonna have that's, you know, than the one that you had? Like, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be not really what you believe. So she definitely had a point there. She's like, I'm out of here. Got my apology. Got my bag. I look good too, because that's just your opinion. So whatever. And she bounced. Right. I said, way to go queen. And then everybody was eating him up in the comments too. Like, what? You ain't even looking that good. Like, you got the nerve and the audacity. Hmm. But yeah, some of these guys, they're just like too egotistical, and they're like, you need to humble yourself. You're a 5, you're a 3, and they be rating and trying to do that. You're a 2. Nobody will ever want you. Blah blah blah. And think women are like, they think some women really like go off their validation, whereas most of us don't even care. It's like, I don't care about your validation, especially it don't even make sense. Especially if you giving me a 2, why would I even care? You already gave me a 2. You know what I mean? Come on now. But I guess they think somebody's gonna sit there and wait for them to be like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna give you a 10. Like, what? I don't care. I never cared for that rate me stuff. It's like, you either find me attractive or you don't. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing because I do plan on coming back in like a few hours, like late tonight. And I don't want these lives to kind of like collide. And then I need to charge this phone. So I need to edit a video and some other stuff, anyways, in the meantime. And then I'll be back on for the last time tonight. Okay, hon, let me know. Have a good day. Much love and blessings. Thank you for all your support. Yeah, they feel entitled to their opinion. So you got to really feel their opinion. I appreciate you all for the support that you come in with. I enjoy reading for you guys and talking to you guys. I'll see you on the next live stream. Again, I'll be coming on in like 2 or 3 hours once last time, or I said last time. Last, yeah, for the last time tonight, basically. My words are all misconstrued, but anyways. Peace for now.